Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, Comic Freak. Today is a sad day. I've heard of these rumors before, but it looks like it might actually be happening. Disney is reportedly planning to remake The Rocketeer. Yes, that early 90s movie. That it was the adaptation of the 80s comic book, The Rocketeer. Disney once again proves it and Hollywood are out of ideas. Reported on in this article done by Christian Bone, Disney is now planning to soon start production, reportedly, on remaking The Rocketeer. These rumors started back in 2016. And as we get into this, or rather get into his article, we will learn about various people who have been, who want to be attached to this latest Disney project. Big names that includes the director of Thor, Love and Thunder, as well as other prominent directors in the business, have all expressed interest in directing the remake of The Rocketeer. And in my opinion, this is all bad. The Rocketeer should be hands off. Disney has, in their defense, has said they've looked into remaking The Rocketeer, but they're not so sure there is not enough interest or brand name to the character to warrant such a remake. When I have to hope that it is true, that they won't go through and remake The Rocketeer, because I really did enjoy that movie when it came out in 1991. Now, Bone's article begins with this. 20 years before he directed Captain America, The First Avenger, Joe Johnston helmed another superhero movie, The Rocketeer. It was a throwback to adventure serials to the 1930s, 40s, starring Billy Campbell as Cliff Seckard, a stunt pilot with a jetpack who battled Nazis in old-time Hollywood. Though it was a financial disappointment for Disney in 1991, it's developed a cult following over the years. And that's why Disney is looking into remaking this movie, folks, because of the cult following. It deserves the cult following because The Rocketeer was a legitimately good movie. Now, the article continues in the fact that Disney is looking to be interested in recasting Seckard with a female black pilot 6 years after the original Rocketeer movie happened. Yes, a female black Rocketeer. That's going to be great, as if we don't have enough characters being repurposed and rebranded from their white male counterparts into female minority characters. I bet we're not even going to get a sexy girl to play the character as well. I'd be almost willing for the character to be female if it looked like this picture here of a female Rocketeer, along with stiletto heels and thigh-high knee socks. But I legitimately say that probably isn't going to happen. They'll recast it with a character who is female, who is a minority, and is probably about 800 pounds. Yeah. You know that rocket on your back isn't supposed to be able to take that kind of weight, right, lady? This is to the future character that if they dare make it a female minority that's overweight, because we need even weight positivity as well. Now, the article goes on to say, things have gone quiet on the front ever since, though. Still, it's possible that Disney have dusted the idea off now, or else they've decided to go in a completely different direction with it. Yeah, they're thinking about, instead of a sequel, a complete reboot. Which means they might cast it with a minority character back in the 1940s, of course. With it, perhaps they're going to come that the original's not well known enough to deserve a nostalgic sequel, and they're going to simply reboot it instead. As I said earlier in the video, yeah, it's not well known enough that it should get a sequel or a reboot. In any case, when news of the reboot emerged in 2016, numerous filmmakers reacted to it on social media. As I said earlier, these include future Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse director Peter Ramsey and Aquaman's James Wan. And as I said, and I think even the director of Thor Love and Thunder expressed interest in it. If this does go through, if this movie is made, we won't have that cool throwback style to the 1940s. No, we'll get a gender positive, weight positive, overweight version of the Rocketeer that no one will possibly like or even really be able to identify with. And you don't need the character to represent those minorities to identify him with. The Rocketeer was a legitimately good movie. It wasn't the best movie, but it was good. And we really don't need a remake of every freaking franchise and character to ever star in a movie. And this is all because Disney has no ideas and they're afraid beyond all measurement of anything new. I'm just glad they don't own the Universal monsters. Otherwise, we'd probably have a queer female green version of Frankenstein being the Rocketeer. You know they'd do it because it's a throwback movie. You might as well just throw everything together, throw it at a wall, and see what sticks. But yeah, we're probably not going to get if we do get a female Rocketeer, it's probably not going to be like this girl here, huh? God forbid we look at something sexy. But no, we'll just have another Captain Marvel that will be watchable but not enjoyable at all. It'll be like a bland biscuit all the way through. You can chew on it and eat it, but it's not going to be tasty. Certainly not like this picture here, huh, folks? It's a sad, sorry state of the world that even the MCU movies are going to start going down this route. The only good thing is that if this movie was made back when Jennifer Connelly was in her prime, I would have enjoyed seeing her be the Rocketeer. I mean, look at her right here in the original Rocketeer. She is hot. And this is just to go to show you, even girls like her can't even cut it in Hollywood anymore. I mean, they can, and they do, but they're under fire like every other beautiful girl, be saying that they're not PC enough, or if their political views don't match up with the left, or if they're just right to the left, they're considered racist and should be thrown out. I mean, if you're not going to give us a heroic figure like the original Rocketeer, all full of testosterone and heroic resolve, at least give us something nice to look at, huh? And I've also heard they're probably not even going to have actual Nazis in the movie. So he's going to be fighting communists, or she's going to be fighting communists? If not, what's the point in doing a throwback movie to the 50s or, well, 40s and 50s if you're not going to do the legitimate enemies of America that existed back then? Now, folks, I want to tell you about the fact that I'm going to release a second video today. You see, I decided I'm going to release maybe 10-minute videos a day plus maybe a 3 to 6 minute video afterwards, because I've heard that it helps your channel to grow more if you release more than one video a day. I mean, I've been working on the 10 video thing for months now, so I've decided to try out doing this. So when it comes out, be sure to check out my next video, which will be released soon after this one. A quick recap before I get into the end of my video. The director of Thor Love and Thunder, I think, doesn't have any interest in the Rocketeer. I thought he did. I thought I read his name in the article, but apparently I was wrong. So disregard that, but other directors are interested in it, including the director of Spider-Verse, so there's that. Now, here I'm going to go into my usual spiel at the end of all of my videos. So, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me on YouTube at Read Comics. They're bad for you. Then I want you to go over to BitChute and subscribe to Comic Freak. Also, could you please share this video on social media? Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. And share it anywhere else you think that my video could do well in. Because YouTube is not promoting my video, neither is it promoting anyone else's video. So I'm going to ask you again, please help me by sharing my video on social media. Now, hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, leave some comments down below. And remember, keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.